Good day everyone. Today, I am going to tell you a very much amazing story entitled Why Women Wash Dishes by Filomena Colendrino. A storytelling by Nicole Ducusin. Filomena Colendrino is the author of the story Why Women Wash the Dishes. Filomena Colendrino. She was a prolific short story writer. She used to live in Quezon City and had a bookshelf filled with copies of her book. She trained in the UK, went to Cambridge on a scholarship grant, and won several awards for her works. Her best awarded story is Why Women Wash Dishes. In the town of Santa Rosa, there once lived a couple named Hugo and Imelda. Every mealtime, they fight over the chore of washing the dishes. One day, just as they were finished their lunch, Kaugong announced, "I'm not going to wash the dishes anymore." He threw out his chest and lifted his chin. "Who said so?" asked Kamaldang, holding up her chin higher than his. "I said so. I worked so hard in the field this morning. I'm not going to wash any dish." Kamaldang stood up and with their arms akimbo, he glared down at Kaugong across the table. She was a big woman. Her voice was also big. "And who, Mr. Hugo, is going to wash these dishes?" she asked. Kaugong's chest sank again. His chin also went down. He held on the edge of the table nervously. "You!" he said in a much louder tone. "You were the woman. You should do all the housework." "And what did you do?" asked Kamaldang. "You tied the carabao to the reeds in the field, and then you lie down in the grass to watch its graze. You call that hard work? I cook, clean the house, wash your clothes, I scrub the floor. I do all the works that always a slave should do. And yet, you even refuse to help me wash the plate which you have eaten?" Kamaldang's voice was now raised to a high pitch, and her tears posed her eyelid. At Kaugong and her broom, she grabbed the broom. She raised the broom to strike him, crying, You lazy man!" Kaugong ducked under the table. "Don't!" he cried. "Don't strike me!" "Come out from under the table," said Kamaldang. "Lay down your broom," said Kaugong. All right, come out." Kamaldang put her broom behind the door. Kaugong returned to a seat opposite her at the table. "What have you said?" asked Kamaldang, wiping her eyes. "Let's stop quarreling over the plates. Let's have a wager. The first one of us who will speak after I said the word begin will wash the dishes always." Because of their quarreling over the plates, they decided to make a plan that whoever the first one who talks, he or she will always to wash the dishes. That wager started and they both fell silent and motionless. When the house was full of silence, one of their neighbors cut them silent and stared at each other. He kept on calling them, but still, they refused to respond. Hence, he decided to consult to the herman and told what he had seen. The herman said, "This represents the lazy spirit of the couple." He chewed a leaf and nut. When he had chewed it, he spat it on his palm, dipped a forefinger of the other hand into the nut-colored saliva and marked it across the forehead of Kaugong and Kamaldang. Kaugong did not seem to feel the herman's finger on his forehead. When the herman was about to mark Kamaldang's forehead, she caught the herdsman's forefinger and twisted it. The herman said, "Aray," and pulled back his hand. He moved to Kaugong, who was lying down, calling his name softly and slowly several times. "Kaugong, come back, Ugo." Kaugong did not move nor speak. both of the couples did not move or speak. The Herman saw them motionless and silent, and he declared that they were bewitched. He used to live and not to cure them, but still, it wasn't effect. The Herman believed that they were dead and their spirit driven away by the witch, so they decided to bury them. When their neighbors decided to put them in the coffin and bury them, Camaldang refused them and started to talk to evade their plan, and realized that this act is only wager between Kaugong and Camaldang. But the people were shocked. When Camaldang decided to talk, Kaugong heard the voice of his wife. He was awake and jumped with excitement that he won. And as a result, the one who will wash the dishes always is Camaldang. And that's the reason why women always wash the dishes. The moral lesson might be that household chores should not be assigned based on gender. Both men and women should share the responsibilities of maintaining a household. It is important to recognize and challenge traditional gender norms that place a burden on women to do domestic work.